Hey everyone, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to work with the native build via cloud. And we are going to make use of Capawesome cloud features to execute that up. Because once you build it up, you can execute it from anywhere. And even you can publish in the App Store and Play Store directly from there. Now how everything actually works and how actually we need to go ahead with it, I'm going to show you everything step by step. So let's get started. So let me know in the comment section how excited you are to start this particular video. And if you haven't checked our website yet, go and check out right now. A lot of offers are going on, and do check our membership program too. In fact, you have lots of offers in the membership program. What are you waiting for? Go and enroll right now. You get an opportunity to get in touch with me and we can start learning all together. So go and check all of it in the description. It's time to start the video. Let's get started. Now the first thing that we are going to do is to create a new project with Ionic Capacitor. So this is the command to run this up, and then I have selected the Angular framework and the starter template is list. That's how I'm going to create my application. So this is the application which I have created, in which I have changed the package name in the capacitor.config.ts file. These are the necessary steps that you need to follow, otherwise there will be some problem. Because as soon as I do that, I'm not going to do anything else because we already have the starter template. We mainly have to work with the build part, right? So what I did is I just ran the command ionic build and it will start building after changing the app ID, of course. And after running ionic build, we will get the www folder which we already have right now. And then I'm preparing the platforms for Android and iOS so that we get those folders and we can start working with it. Okay. So this is the basic fundamental steps that we need to follow in order to work with it. This is the application which is up and running. That is our starter list template, where we have a cool design which is going to work pretty nicely, and it will change based on dark mode and light mode. Now this is the Capawesome native build feature that they have introduced in their cloud platform. So this is Capawesome Cloud and it has a pricing which you need to pay. But if you need the enterprise level features, then this is for you. So you can start for free also. I have already logged in, but I think you will get some of the features for free. But the native build part, you have to pay for it. So I think around $24, you can just go to the billing section and you will find everything there. I'm enrolled in the professional plan. You can just take on any plan, whichever you want. Now you have all the billing plans, everything available here. Now let me get started with it. So what am I going to do is, now in the cloud platform, basically you have to go for the sign in part and everything if you haven't created once. And I've already made a video on this in my live update one. You can simply check it out. Now here, what you have to do is, you have to create an organization. So just go for add organization and you can pass any organization name and create one. Like for example, I'll make one called Ionic Apps and create it. So what it is saying, you can go for live updates, build native apps for Android and iOS and publish to App Store and Play Store, wherever you want to. To get started, please go for the quick start. If you want to go for it, definitely you should check out the quick start. That will help you in guiding everything. Now, I already know what needs to be done. So I'm into my organization right now where I will create a new app and work with it. So let me go for creating a new app, which I'm going to name it as, so let me call it list app. That would be better, or to-do list, whatever you want to call it. Not to-do, I think it will be, let's call it list app only, and create it up. Simple. So once this is created, get inside it. Now what you have to do, you can create a bundle. You have the option of channels, devices, logs, builds. This is must. Now, if you go through the documentation, what is being shown here, what you have to do, these are the features that are available, optimized build stack, whatever is available within the native builds. So you can just check this out to understand what all features are available. I'm directly going to jump to get started, where we have already started with the Capawesome Cloud. You can just get inside it and do as I told you. Now, create your first build. What you have to do is go to apps and just create a new app, which we have already done. Then we have to set up our Git and push our application to Git. So how to do that? Well, to get started with that, we have to go to the build section. So where is the build section? There we go. This is the build section where I'm in right now. Now here you get the option of build from Git. What we need to do here. So if I click on it, it is saying upgrade your plan. Now if you have not upgraded to the plan, simply go for that. I have already done that part. Now I'll go to build from Git and it is telling me to go to settings. Now if I go to the settings part, here you can see my GitHub account is already connected. If in your case you have to connect it, selecting GitHub, and then you have to pass the owner whichever your name is. Like in my case, my username is nykz, so I'll just select that up and then go ahead with the repository which I have to select. Okay, so I have already created a repo. So this is my GitHub account. You can simply follow me up here. Also, I have created a new repo. So go to repositories and create a new one, which is already in ready with me. I just need to click on create repository and it will be created. But I want the README licensing. I can say MIT license is fine. And for the timing, it's fine. So let me just go ahead with it and create one repo. Now, once this repo is created, what am I going to do? I'll get back to my cloud. And here I'm going to simply search for Cap. You can see here Capawesome native build is showing up. So I'll just select it up and save it. So now it is saved. So my GitHub repository is connected to the Capawesome cloud for this particular application. So this is ready now. What is the next step? Let's check the documentation and understand. Okay, so navigate to build, click on build from Git. We have already done all this part. So click on build to initiate the build process. But before that, a dialog will appear. Okay, fine. You want to build from, select the appropriate preference. So there are certain steps which we need to follow. Let me just show you one by one. First of all, we need to push it to Git. How I am going to do that? Let's go to our application and start working with it. All right, the first command which I'm going to run here is git init, which will initialize the Git if it is not available. Now simply go for the next command, git add space dot. Then prepare your first commit, which I'm going to name it as initial commit. So let's get it ready. Everything will be within this now. Okay. The next command you need to type is git remote add origin, and then you need to pass the repo name or repo complete URL, which I'm going to get it directly from here. So copy this entire URL and I'm going to pass it here in this manner and hit enter. It's done. Now the last step is to push everything to the main branch. Let's go for it. Now what am I getting here? It is saying it's rejected. Okay. Well, if this kind of problem happens, then I'm going to show you the solution also. So the first command which I'm going to run is as git fetch origin. Let's go for it to fetch the remote references. Okay. The next command which I'm going to run is to check whether we are in main branch or not in the local. We are already in main. Now I'm going to rebase origin main, which is going to rebase your local commits on top of origin / main. Okay. So this is done. Now once again go for git add space dot. If there are any conflicts, you can edit the files there. Okay. Now the next command is continue with the rebase, which is going to continue until the rebase finishes. Okay. So no rebase in progress, which is great. Everything is working fine now. Like we can try now. So let's go for the same command once again to push it up. And this time it's working, I think. Yes, it did. Let's get back. And if I reload it up, let's see what happens. We get all the data, or I would say all the files, and the entire project is launched in GitHub. If you find this complicated, definitely you can use GitHub desktop also, but I'm quite sure you know how to work with Git, so it's completely okay. Now, once we have pushed the data or pushed the entire project in our GitHub, we will be able to use it up very easily into our project. Let me just show you. So here in the Capawesome cloud, what we need to do, let's go to build once again. I'll click on build. Now build from Git, click on it once again. Now this time we have the main branch and select the platform because we have already connected with GitHub, so it's completely fine. Now if I go for Android, what do I get? I need a build type. Let me go for debug. And after going for debug, I have the option of environment. Now what are this? Let me explain you at first, then I think you should go ahead with build with Git. So basically what you need to do is, you need certain more stuff to be prepared before jumping into that. Let me just show you this particular steps. So these steps you need to understand one by one. What are build types? So in Android build types, you have a debug and release. And for customization, again, you can check it out. You get debug and release, which is must. So mostly I'm going to check it for debug right now. But if you want to go for release, definitely you can select that up and it's going to work for that. For iOS also, you have this simulator, development, ad hoc, and a whole lot of stuff. If you haven't understood, just check it here. Pass main, select the platform for iOS, and you will get a lot of environments. And in fact, in the build types, just check it out. How many options do you have? So what each option means, it is shown here. Whichever you want, you can simply select it up. If you just want to go for development, simply select development. If you want to go for App Store, go for App Store. If you want just to run it in simulator, definitely you can go for simulator also. Next is the signing certificate. Now, what is signing certificate, which is very, very important? Let me click on learn more for Android, but I'll open it up in new tab for iOS also. Now, how to work with it? Basically, what you have to do is you have to generate the key store for Android. Okay. Then you can definitely do it by going to the Android Studio or with the help of some commands which helps us in generating the key store directly into our application. These are the extension files you will be getting for a key store file. Okay. So this is what you need to do for Android. I'm going to show you directly with the help of Android Studio, which will be very easy for you to understand. Otherwise, there is a command for running that up. You can simply search it. I just searched for generate key store command line and we got it here. This is the command which you need to actually access, where you have to pass everything like release key name and alias you need to pass, then the password also you need to pass it properly. So everything needs to be done and you will have to use it and memorize it, because you will be required it whenever we are going to create the signing certificate in our cloud also. Okay. So I'll just get here into the signing certificate part and click on create certificate. So in the create certificate, if you are in Android platform and you're going for development or production, whichever you want to go for, well, you simply have to pass the key store file, okay, which is must, and the password and alias, what is the name and the password for that also. So all these things we need to pass. Okay. What about iOS? Well, iOS, if you want the .p12 file, you need a paid Apple account. That is must. Without that, you cannot do it. So you need two certificates. One is P12 and the other one is mobile provision. These two will be created with the help of Xcode, but you need the paid developer account for accessing it up. That is why I will show you mostly the Android part here, but these steps also, well, if you have a paid account, definitely you can work on it too. So this is how you're going to generate. All the steps are being written, like what needs to be done. Let's get started with it. So I'm going to show you by going to Android Studio by running this command, Ionic Cap open Android. So the initial setup and everything is working in our Android Studio. Now what I need to do, I have to go to build at the top and go for generate signed app bundle or APK. Let's go for it. Now I'm going to go for app bundle. Let's go for it, because we are not going to mainly focus on the bundle part, but actually this key store part is very much required. So either you can use the command or directly from here itself, which is very, very easy, this particular part. So I'm going to go for it. Now here I need to like create a new key store. So this is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to select the path. All right. My main project folder will be the path, and the name that I'm going to pass is capnativebuild.gks, the same name. Okay. Let me save it, or should I give a different name? Let's go for cloud native build. That would be much, much better. Cap cloud native build. And I'm going to copy it up because I need it for alias also to pass the same name. So let me just go for it. And the password, just give a password which you can remember with, or you can give a complicated password also, but again, keep it safe somewhere. Okay. Now alias, okay, I'm going to pass this particular same name, and now the password comes once again. So if you have a different password for both of them, you can keep that, but remember, everything should work as expected. You should remember all the passwords, otherwise you will be in trouble. Then simply fill this form with your details and then click on OK. Now it is created and everything is good to go. I'm not going to remember the password. I'll just save it somewhere because it eats up a lot of space and everything in Mac. I don't want that. So let's go ahead. So after we create it up, let's move to the next part, which is to select one. Let's go for release and click on create, because this will be required for releasing it up. Okay. Whether you're releasing it in debug mode or whatever, but you need it. Now this is created. And if you check it here in the project folder, you will find it. This is the file that we have. Okay. Now once you have the file, you can simply locate also. So this is our project folder. This is our AAB file, which we are not going to use it for the time being, but it is just created because we followed the process. Now the important thing is this particular file. All right. Now I'm back into the cloud part, where actually let me give a name. Let me call it list app only, and you can drag and drop or select the key store directly. So I have selected my key store file. which I am placed here. And now you just need to pass the passwords and alias properly and everything will be done. So all the details are filled. Let me go for create and it will be done. So once the certificate is created, let's get back to what else do we need to do. Well, after the certificate for Android and iOS, for iOS, I told you like you need to have a developer account, then only you can go for it. Next is the configuration part. So in the configuration, this is again optional. You can pass this particular thing in your capawesome.config.ts file, should be placed in the root folder. That's what you can do. But this feature is optional. It is written here. You can optionally define your app configuration in a capawesome.config.json file. So this is the stuff that you can pass if you want like to be passed in your application. Then the next thing is the environment, in which you can pass which kind of environment variables you want. Like for CI, indicates the build is running in a CI environment. So all these things you can pass. How? Well, we have an option here in the cloud itself for environment. There we go. You can just create an environment here. Just pass a name. Now it's time to go to build once again because no other step is left. If you just check the documentation, you have some guides in which how to configure, like how to install private npm packages. These things are mainly required for auto increment build numbers, overwrite native configurations. If you install this kind of a packages, then you can go for overwriting native configuration also. So all the steps are written here. You can just simply go ahead and work with it. And all these things, well, you need to do it where everything is already shown here. Okay. So just install it in your project and you need to create a YML file, pass this configuration there with your features, of course, your package name and your app name, and you're good to go. Then just check the documentation completely and just follow it up. Okay. Let's get back to our thing because I need to show you mainly the build part. So now I'll again go for Git, build with Git. I'm going to select the platform for Android. Build type is debug for us. Environment, see, you will have a lot of options here. For the environment, you can select the name if we give it there. Okay. So I have not done it for the time being. That is why it's not showing up. Now, if I go for build, it will start building it up. So if you want your own environments to be done, definitely you can work on that and check the documentation properly. There is one more thing called troubleshooting. Before I go ahead, I just need to show you if there is any error related to Java version or something, definitely. Like you need to pass the proper version, whether it is 17 or 21 as of now. So just check this out and fix it. For the time being, let's go for build because this part is optional, environment part. Okay. See, it is built and the status is pending. It takes, I think, 2 minutes of time to actually prepare everything properly. And this is the initial commit. The next time if you commit and you build with Git once again, it's going to give you another build here. Okay, that's how it works. It is in progress right now, about to complete in 1 more minute. So let's wait for it to complete. In the same way, you can go for iOS. Like if you select the platform iOS, then you just have to pass the build type and everything, but you need the certificate. Okay, without certificate you cannot pass it up. So with certificate you can go ahead and build it up too in the same fashion. It's quite easy to work with it. Now you can see here in 2 minutes and 5 seconds it is succeeded. So how quickly it is done. The build is completed for Android successfully and you can install this application by going inside it. Just click on it. You will get inside and what you need to do, you can click on install application and then it's done. So let's go for it. And there are options to download also, I think. So either you can install the app directly from the QR code or you can download the APK or AAB file and work on it. Okay. So you have all the options. I'm going to show you now how to install it with the help of QR code. But before that, one more thing, actually, in any certificate, if you're passing, like we pass the list app, actually you need to pass something of this kind, like certificate you need to pass at the very end, which is very much easier. And this is for the iOS certification, which we have already seen how you can generate, like what you need to do after generating the P12 file and mobile provision files. But how to generate it, you can simply search on the internet. If you want to know the steps, simply just search generate P12 and mobile provision file from Xcode and you will find it here, the answer in the Google itself. So these are the steps which you need to follow, the same steps, okay? And everything will be done properly. So just follow all these steps. That's it. Now let me scan the QR code and show you how the application works. All right, now I'm going to open the installer. So just once and install it up. More, I don't want to like scan for it. Okay, you can see the app is installed in my system. Great. I can use it however I like. So simple it is, right? Now, if I make any changes in my application, what happens? Let's go for it and try it out. Now, let me just do one thing. I'll change it to list app the title here and here also. All right. So it is changed. In Android, we will only see this particular part, but still I'm doing that. Once that is done, what I have to do, I'll go for Ionic Cap sync so that everywhere the changes will be synced up. Now, after syncing is done, I have to prepare the commit in the Git. So let me just pass here. What should I say? Let me call it title changed. Remember this name, okay? Let's go for it. And I'm going to push everything to Git. All right. So once this is done, if you check the Git repository, if you reload, you will see title change in SRC folder, which means our changes are uploaded properly. After that is done, what I need to do, I will get back to the Capawesome cloud and get back to builds. Build from Git once again. Go for main, select the platform for Android, build type debug, environment. I'm not going to go for that. Let's click on build. Let's see what happens this time. Just check this out. Title changed. So the changes which we have done, it's been taken and accordingly it is going to prepare that up. All right. So everything is working in a synchronous manner and CI/CD, like how you normally do it, it's working in that particular way. So it reduces your work a lot. And even I didn't have to open up Android Studio once again. I was just doing it for creating the key store. I don't need it anymore. I can directly actually build it up from the Capawesome cloud and I can share it wherever I want. How easy it is to work around in development, and same goes for release mode also. You can publish it in App Store and Play Store directly from here. There is an option for app submission in the deployments. You can simply check that out. Meanwhile, it is running. Let's go to deployments and check it out. You can create a deployment, select your build number and everything. Like we have two builds, number 1 and number 2. Which one you want to actually launch it up? You can simply select that up. You get the destination. Now for the destination, what you need to do? You need to create the destination here. So store destination is required. So go for creation of destination. Just select the platform. Okay, track whether it is internal, alpha, beta, which version it is, or it is for production. Just select it up and the package name, simply pass it up, which format you want like to publish, which you are going to pass of course, or directly get it from there, and choose a JSON file or drop it here. So just look into it, and that's how you need to create the destination, and then you can go for deployments part. Meanwhile, let's go to our build and check it out. All right, the build is successful. It took little more time, but it's fine. So once it is done, let's get inside the second build, and this time I'm going to go for the same thing. I'll go for install app via QR code. So let's go for it. But remember one thing, I'm keeping the earlier app also. So it should be an update. Let's go for it and try it out. What happens? So it is downloaded. Okay, I don't need to download it again. I already have it. This is the file. Let's go for it. And just once. All right, go for update. See, you saw the option. It is showing me an update option. Now I don't want to scan it, install without scanning. Now what is wrong here? App not installed as package conflicts with the existing package. So update is not working directly. Well, for that, I think we have to go for the things that is shown here. Now you can see the app is running now. What I did is I removed the earlier application and installed the latest one, and it started working in the same fashion with the changes which we have done. So this is the entire thing. It makes your process way much easier. You can work in a team and perform all these actions very easily from anywhere around. You don't need Android, iOS platforms to work on it except once you get the certificates done. Every build will be done directly from here itself. What else do you need? So these features are very much important if you're working in an enterprise or in a team where you need to handle a lot of things. This is the way forward. Links are there in the description. Do check that out. Okay. Also, if you haven't checked our website yet, do check that out, in which a lot of offers are going on and some special things are available for you, which will make your life easier. Like the admin dashboard we have, the whole template is available. You just need to work around with it and you can build whatever you want. We have the complete platforms also. Just check that out. And if you want to learn a lot of things, then we have courses for you too. Just check everything. Links are there at the bottom. Go and enroll right now if you want it. With that being said, we have come to the end of this particular video. I hope you liked it. Let me know in the comment section what more videos are you looking for. I'm going to bring up a lot of content for you guys, but I want your participation in doing everything. So your participation is must. That is why kindly support us so that we can bring a lot of content for you guys.